Howdy folks, we're back in the garage today and we are looking over the new Pz.III. It's been out in update 1.9 for about a week now. If you saw my other video just before 1.9 came out, I had that video out on the new tanks. And yeah, so I had a very brief look at it in that video, but today we're going to give it the usual huge ass once over. This is a fun tank to drive around. It's not poorly armored, it's decently armored for its tier. You still got to be careful though. People are going to be penning you. Most tier 4s are going to be able to pen you no problem. Tier 3s and stuff like that, they'll have a much harder time, but even some of them are going to be able to do it. Watch out for derp guns, because they have a pack a big punch and they can probably get through your sides and rear armors. Yeah, and HE, you don't have a huge health pool here, so you have to be careful there. Now, the only real problem with this tank is the low penetration and the low alpha on the gun. I mean, it fires very quickly. It has a very good aim time, and we're going to see all these stats and things after the replay. So we can get more into detail. If you're into knowing that stuff, we'll give you all the specs and all the stats from the battle, and yeah, should be good. Now then, why don't we get to that replay right now? Move out indeed. All right, here we are on Winter Malanovka. We are kind of middle of the pack on tanks. We're going to head up to the windmill. You know, that classic place everybody goes. Okay. The Lee is just blasted forth very quickly up to the top. A20 with us. A20 is going to take a little look out to the side, so you can see anyone coming. So far, nobody has shown up on the mini-map as of yet. Overtaking the Lee. Pz.III is quite a mobile tank. We're going to get up and get moving after a bit. Okay, let's pop over this ridge ever so gently and see if anybody's here. Far. So far. Oh, he's up there. Through the 4. Oh, yes, they're great. We missed. Oh, there's the Lee. Doing something that looks like the A20 is on the other side. I hesitate to go right out. Yep, that's okay. I didn't want to just dive out there. I don't know if there's anyone a little further down. Keeping an eye on that area. But it all worked out. Oh, there's a B2. Down near the flag. Looking now. Kind of a shot. Gun depression on this tank is only 6 degrees, so it's not really great for peeking over ridges and that sort of thing. Oh, we got there. We got shot. Shooting it too late. And too medium. Nope. Okay. I'll take that shot anyway. Never know. Okay. Let's get down here where we can actually get some shots in. See my team coming up behind me. Okay. Oh. The Pz.III. Check out the front of the Pz.III. What's available? Gun mantlet and a lower plate. The rest of it, not so much. Pz.III is not coming back out. Traffic noise. Sorry about that. Not here, ain't it? The enemy A20. Boom. Put one into use here. That might have bounced. Okay. Pz.III's not coming back out. Keep dueling here with the A20. Yes. There's a good hit. Very nice. Back out. Pz.III is also working him over from the other side. Boom. Finishes him. That's nice. Alright. Look over here. See what we can do with the Pz.III. Lower plate shot. Yep. Good. Okay. We're ahead 3-2. Put another good one into him for 70 hit points. He's taking a lot of fire. He's bumped up against a rock. He's not sure where he is, I don't think. Okay, I got one more. Yep. Hey, took him out. Nice shot. That's our first kill today. Very good. Okay, looks like the rest of the action is centering now down on the cap area. So we're going to move down there. Pz.III A is ruminating around. That Pz.B2. heavily armored vehicle in a lot of areas. When we put a good one in his side out, yeah, you see, look at all that red. Tried to take that shot on, but nope, he was angled. Padre there was shot on the T-46. Okay, we just lost our Pz.III. T-46 dives headlong into that bee's nest over there. Don't have a shot at Pz.III, and that is unfortunately not a breakable building. So, oh crap, there goes our T-46. I'm the only guy left, and there's 3 of them. Well, I tell you, it kind of gets the adrenaline going when you're on a guy, because you think, I could take any one of these tanks at once, but nope, I'm getting shot from 2 angles here. So we repair the motor, it got blasted. I need all the mobility I can have. Nice, goodbye 3. All right, we're down to 2, and they're probably around half health each. It's helpful. That was a good one into the lee. He's going to take probably 2 more shots. The Panzer B2 is coming around to try and get in, flanking into the other side. I can't go back there. I have to come out here and deal with the lee. Alright, we get in the back of him. That Panzer B2 is getting himself turned around. Okay, gone with him. Ooh, we bounced the B2. Very nice. Let's get the heck out of his way while he's reloading. What do I do here? I think he's going to decide for us. He's coming out. Oh, put one in him. Absolutely. We bounced his next shot. That's awesome. Oh, we bounced him. I'm shooting him. He puts one in us. That's, yeah, well, we got lots of points right now. We put another gun in him. Need a couple more. Oh, good angling, buddy. One shot down. He puts one in us. We put the last one into him. And there you go. That's the battle. All right, well, let's move on for some statistics here. Now, our first stat screen here reveals we've got a second class mastery badge, a Top Gun medal, and a Call of Banos medal. We'll have a look at those in just a moment. But firstly, without a premium account, we received 797 experience points and 24,383 gross credits. Mastery badges are awarded for mastering controlling an armored vehicle, and to qualify for a second class mastery badge, a player must earn more experience in a battle than the average highest experience of 80% of players who have fought in this vehicle for the previous 7 days. Top Gun awards are awarded for destroying more enemy vehicles, at least 4, than any other player in the match. Call of Banos medals are awarded when you stand alone against 3 enemy vehicles and you win. And the team stats table reveals that we are firmly in first place on our own team today. We've got 1,268 points of damage dealt, 4 kills, 797 base XP, and 3 awards on the opposing team. Our final opponent, the Panzer B2, he had a pretty good game too. 1,394 points of damage dealt, 2 kills, 469 XP, and 1 award. And the statistics tab under battle results reveals we fired 32 shots. 27 of those were direct hits. Only 20 of them did penetrate and damage our enemies. We damaged 5 enemies, destroying 4 of those. We caused 1,268 points of damage. That's pretty good. Spotting 3 enemies and further damage with our assistance was 93 points. Hits received, we took 7 hits. 5 of those penetrated, 2 of them didn't. So depending on who you're fighting with, you can see that your armor may not be able to protect you. Credits tab reveals our gross of 24,383 credits. It's pretty good for Tier 4. We spent 1,559 credits to repair the vehicle, resupplying ammunition because we fired off our APCR there in order to be sure to penetrate an extra 10,810 credits. That's a big hit. Consumables, 4,750, leaving us with a, well, at least it's a net, 7,264 credits. And last but certainly not least, the XP tab. Now, without a premium account, we earned 797 base experience points. We also earned 797 crew experience points. That's really great. And our good old stack them up, save them for later, buddy. Free XP, 39 points. I'd like to tell you a little about the armor on the Pz.III. Now, on the front of the hull is purported to have 70 millimeters. Not everywhere, and I'll give you a good look at that in Armor Inspector. And the front of the turret is purported to be 57 millimeters, and we'll have a good look there too. Now, rolling around to the side here, the side of the hull is 30, and the side of the turret is also 30. And we roll around to the back. Now, the back plates on the hull are 50 millimeters, stronger than the side, and the back of the turret is again about 30. So, there you go. Not a lot of armor here, but we're going to go into Armor Inspector right away here, and I'll give you the real pinpointed detail on this and more. Alright, folks. Here's the plan. I want to show you the disposition of the armor on the Pz.III. It's not quite all as advertised. So, first thing we're going to do is bring up our armor inspector out. Very nice. And okay, and now get our tooltip here, even better. So what I thought I'd show you first is the perspective from another fully upgraded Pz.III packing the L60 5cm gun. This gun only has 67 millimeters of penetration, and as you can see, staring at the front of another Pz.III, there is a lot of places here on the front that it cannot reliably penetrate. I've had trouble with this. I've been backing away from another Pz.III who's charging me, and we're trading shots, and both of us are bouncing, not making those hits, because unless you've got a good shot at the lower plate, everything else is kind of a smaller target. So let's here, I'll just show you now. We look here at the lower plate, 50 millimeters. 50 millimeters is a far cry from the advertised 70 when they say the front of the tank. Now, in order to realize your 70 millimeters, you have to come up here to this orange plate. That next plate in is actually the advertised 70 millimeters. Okay, now we go again and we look at Commander's cupola. Right there, that's 50 millimeters. Again, well below the advertised 70 for the front, in quotation marks. Yeah, if we look at the gun mantlet, it's got good armor. Basically, it's got 20 millimeters of spaced armor, and behind that, a 50 millimeter thick gun mantlet. So you effectively have 70 millimeters, and that spaced armor also is going to work great for HE hits and things like this. So there you have that. Now let's clear those markers off there. We'll rotate the tank. Now you can see the side scraping angle is very good against another L60 gunned up Pz.III. Check out the tread area. It's just starting to become available now. The upper hull above the treads has been available right about there. It starts to go away. Even that angle's not bad, but boy, if they're just gunning for your treads, it's going to be a while before another Pz.III can get through. Let's move fully to the side view now. And here we have it. Now, side of the turret. Take our tooltip, pointer out here to you. That is 30 millimeters. That is as advertised. We'll look at the upper hull on the side right here. Also 30 millimeters as advertised. The side of the hull between the treads, also as advertised at 30 millimeters. Now when you're looking at the actual treads themselves, they count for, right here, they count for 15 millimeters. So when people are shooting into your treads, that is effectively 45 millimeters of armor. All right, wipe those guys out. Let's move along to the back. See that rear plate at this angle, the rear lower plate is still impenetrable to the L60. You know, it's just starting right here to become available. So let's bring it all the way around. Let's check the armor figures here for the back. Looking at the back of the tank, 50 millimeters. That is as advertised. They've got the back of the tank stronger than the sides of the tank. Maybe they, you know, it's almost like they figure you're going to be running away all the time. Let's check this. The next plate up, also 50 millimeters as advertised. The back of the turret, a little skinny, but also as advertised at 30 millimeters. And again, the commander's cupola, 50 mils. So there you have it, folks. That is the armor from the perspective of another Pz.III upgun to the L60. Now what we're going to do here is show you what it looks like to a British Tier 4 medium, one you might know, called the Matilda. We'll use their top gun. This is the top gun in Tier 4 with 121 millimeters of penetration and a blistering rate of fire. The Matilda is a serious problem for the Pz.III. You can see here, we'll start at the front. There's no resistance on the front of this tank to this gun of the Matilda's. Side scraping angle, not bad actually, but it doesn't slowly fade out, it just runs like a river. Poof, you're fully available at certain angles. Again, you can see here nothing but the side. The spaced armor is giving you some stuff there. And moving around the back, it's just wide open, totally wide open. There we have it. So that's the Pz.III up against the Matilda. Now, one other interesting item I'll show you is that spaced armor that's on the tank. We move over here to the collision model, remove the primary armor, and remove external modules, and we are left with the spaced armor, which does absolutely nothing against the Matilda gun. But this is the in front of the gun mantlet, which will eat up those HEs and stuff like that. There you have it. Okay, I think that's all we're going to be seeing for the armor of the Pz.III. Alrighty, folks, we're going to get into this and have a look at the rest of the specs for the Pz.III. Let's just get in here and hop over here. Now, we already had a look at hull armor and that sort of thing, but here's your hit point pool. 560. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. Now, scrolling down just a little bit here, we can see we've got a 20.91 weight tons, 440 engine power. So your power to weight's not too bad, and a really good top speed, 64 kilometers per hour. Traverse speeds, 45 for the hull and 44 for the turret. That's pretty good. It's not bad. Now, if we can just quickly pop up here, clear, and go with 4. Do this and say 440 horsepowers divided by 0.91 tons of weight gives us 21.04 21.04 horsepower per ton. That is not bad. It's not bad at all. You will notice the mobility of this tank for sure. Okay, now clear those guys out. I don't believe there's just a few other things here. We talk about the gun a little bit now. Actually, let's go there specifically. If we come over here, you can see the rate of fire here, 17.14 rounds per minute. Really nice. And then the rather low 67 millimeters of penetration for your regular armor piercing. But this is why you have to pack APCR, because it gets 130 millimeters of penetration. That allows you to deal with Matildas and even the front of another Pz.III. It's terrible like that. Okay, dispersion, 0.35. That's not bad. That's reasonably accurate. It's not the 0.30 of the Leopard 1, but hey, you got to move up the line and get better. Aim time, 1.9. That's quite nice. Nothing wrong with that at all. Okay, get those dudes. And we can see here that we have best-in-class view range, 240 meters. Try and use that to your advantage if you can. I like to put the coated optics on for driving around. Gives me that 10% more view range while I'm driving. Alright, well folks, that is our look at the Pz.III. The Pz.III, again, is the first pit stop on your journey towards the Leopard 1 Tier 10 medium tank. I wish I had a billion free XP so I could just blast my way up there right away off the bat. I really want to play that Leopard 1 for real, and but I'm not too worried about it because I know I'm going to really enjoy a lot of the other tanks along the way. You can see here, right up here, that I do have just about 10,000 XP built up on the Pz.III, and I require 15.2 thousand XP to get the Pz.III 4, the next tank up. The Pz.III 4 is one of my all-time favorite tanks for World of Tanks PC, rather. So I'm really looking forward to getting that and driving it around quite a bit. I think that's going to be great. Alright, well, I hope I've given you some insight into the Pz.III, how you can play it successfully or play against it successfully, knowing its armor and its gun and everything like that. Yeah, if you like this video, folks, please consider hitting the thumbs up underneath. And if you really like these videos, please consider subscribing. That way you get a message every time we put something out and you don't miss out on the new content. Alright folks, thanks very much for coming by and watching. I'll catch you next time.